Hey, I'm Morgan, and I wanted to tell you about Vorpix.ai. It's honestly a game changer for small business owners, Etsy sellers, and faceless content creators. Really, anyone who wants to look professional without spending a fortune or learning complicated editing software. I've been using it myself for my Etsy store, and it's saved me so much time and stress. You can try it now completely free. Up to 3 full videos, no credit card required. That's right, no credit card required. Here's how it works. You just type your idea or describe what you want to promote. Vorpix writes a compelling script, pulls beautiful real photos, adds natural sounding narration, picks the perfect background music, and turns it all into a polished marketing video in about 10 minutes. And the best part, each video costs less than $5. If you want to check it out, it's at Vorpix.ai. Try for free today. Welcome to the VorpixAI demo. So you're going to come over here to this pink button that says Start Creating, and it's going to open up our prompting screen. On the left here, we have several shortcuts. You can see your video gallery of past videos that you have made, your media vault, which is going to be folders of different materials that you will use for your videos. If I wanted to add a new folder, I would click on New Folder. I would say Create. Okay. If I wanted to add into it, I'd click on the pencil and change the name. Or I can click straight into it and push on up here that says New Upload. And I can add an image straight from computer. I'll add the title, a short description or a long description. This really depends on you. Okay. Tags, which are going to be really important for the AI to pick up. Usage rights means if I created it or took the picture myself, I would say created. If it's something that I have taken from somebody else or using their from the internet, it would be licensed. I can set the visibility to private or public. If it is public, other people will be able to purchase my image or use it. If you want them to be able to purchase it, you can click on public and either have it as free for everyone to use, or you can have it as paid. If you have it as paid, you can set the price. For every 100 credits, it's $1. So you would get 70 credits to you. 30 would go to VorpixAI. Then you can upload it. We'll just do 10 credits right here. Upload. All right. And now that is in our vault. All right. Now we can come back over here to the left. Okay. I can see it's empty. We can also clone our voice. So if you want to click on voice clone on the left-hand side, you can either record a 15-second recording of yourself. I do suggest being in a very quiet area with a good microphone if you're going to do that. If not, you can upload a file. And then you can see your cloned voices from this as well. All right. Then on the left as well, we have our default settings. This is going to be for your video. Once you have made your first video, you'll understand which voices you like, what orientation, vertical or horizontal, the emotion that you like, the speed at which you like your videos to start. So these are going to be all of your default options. But let's go over here and actually create our first video. So I'm going to click on Create, and it's going to ask you to describe what you want to create, including details about the topic, style, duration, and any specific requirements you have in mind. If I didn't know what I wanted to do or didn't have anything in mind here, I could use one of the 3 prompted videos up top. But I do know what I want to create. I want to create a video about the history of Lisa Frank. Okay, I can leave it as is, or I can use the AI suggestion down here, the gold star. If I had a media vault with all the pictures I wanted to use in this specific video, I could come down here to media folder and find that folder and click it, and it would use only those images from that folder. But I don't have them for this exact video. So I'm going to now create my video. It's going to ask if I want it to be horizontal or vertical. We'll choose horizontal because I'm planning on putting this on YouTube. But if I wanted it to be a TikTok reel or short, I would use vertical. Next, it's going to ask what hook I want. Now the hook is going to be what it's going to base the entire script on. It will also be the first sentence in your video. Now, if I didn't want to use any of these, I could say skip, or I could write my own if I had one in mind. But these are going to give us a couple ideas on what we can work with. I'm going to go with number 5. See how Lisa Frank's unique style won over fans and made her artwork a staple of the 90s pop culture. And now it's going to generate a response. So now it is creating, the AI is creating a script. It is also going out and finding pictures from the web that go along with the script, and it'll put it together so that we can edit it in the timeline. So we will just wait this takes about 1 to 3 minutes, depending on the length of your video. So we will be right back once that is done. All right. It says, great, I've generated a video script for you. Check the timeline editor to review and customize your scenes. I'm going to click open in timeline editor, and I'm going to see that it found all these beautiful images of Lisa Frank's work. Okay. I'm going to first come over here to voices. This is going to be where I'm going to choose who my narrator is going to be. Okay. We have an entire library of voices pre-built in. I can pick one of these. I can use my clone that I made early on, or I can see my favorites. These are all voices I've used in the past that I really like, so I'll put them here. We'll click on, I can also search as well. So let me pick.
Hello, this is Katie voice sample from VorpixAI.
And let's see.
Hello, this is Lulu voice sample from VorpixAI.
I think we're going to go with Katie. So I'm going to select Katie. And then come down, next is scripts. So here's where I can pick what Katie's emotion is going to be reading the script. I'm going to start off with excited. I can change the speed at which she is talking. And then I can generate a voice preview. This is going to take her narration and allow you to preview it to see if there's any changes you want to make. Maybe you don't like her voice. Maybe you want to change it to somebody else. Or you might just want to preview what the whole script is going to be. So we can push play here.
See how Lisa Frank's unique style won over fans and made her artwork a staple of 90s pop culture. In the late 70s and 80s, Lisa Frank founded her namesake company, bringing Technicolor magic to children's products.
What's also nice is if I hear anything in the narration that I don't like, maybe it's a mispronunciation of a word, I can come down here and click on the pencil and change it. I can also, as you were noticing when this was playing, it was going through these images. I can change the duration of the images to fit the narration if I don't think it did it itself already. Or I can actually change the location of these images if I wanted to. All right. So next we go to transitions on the left-hand side. This is the third step. This is going to be between each of these images, how it'll move to the next. We have none, so there could be no transitions. A smooth fade in / fade out. A wipe, which is going to be left to right. Vertical wipe, top to bottom. Slide, it'll transition between left to right, top to bottom, depending on the picture. Smooth slide, same thing, just a little bit smoother. Circular, like a warped circle in effect. Or crossfade, which is a little bit of each. I'm going to go with circular. I can also change the duration if I wanted my transition to be 1 whole second or maybe 0.1 seconds. It's going to default to 0.5. Next, I can come over to camera movement. This is going to be defaulted to none. And I can come over later on. I'll show you how we do it in each one of the pictures itself. If I wanted the entire video to have the same camera movement, I can pick a default. So I can come down here and I can pick one of these to be my entire video. If I didn't want the whole video to be the same and I wanted to have individuality, I would do that in a later step. So I will show you. But if I chose to do this as a default, I can change the speed from slow, medium, or fast. The default will always be medium. And then I can change it to either randomizing movement, Ken Burns, which is a cinematic effect, zoom in to the image, zoom out, panning left, panning right, panning up, or panning down. I'm going to leave it as none for now, so I can show you later on how you make each one individual. Next, you can come to aspect. Right now it is on horizontal, but if I wanted to, I can change it to vertical. This really depends on where I'm actually using this video. If I'm using it on social media like TikTok or Facebook Marketplace or any social media phone platform, I would use vertical. And if I'm using it just for a long form YouTube video or a presentation, I would click on horizontal. If I want the entire image to show and not have a full screen effect like this, I can say match aspect ratio, and I can change it to blur, black, or white. But I'm going to turn match aspect ratio off so we get the entire screen. And I can also reposition this image if I wanted it to be up here more to show the girl's whole face. I can move this, I can zoom in, and then I can click apply. Next, we have opening clip and closing clip. This is going to be either the first 10 seconds of your video or the last 10 seconds of your video. I can either upload my own clip, or if I don't have one, I can generate one within the software. So I can click here to generate. I can put the title that I want, the subtitle, and explain what I want it to be. So this is AI created. So if I wanted an aerial drone shot of misty mountains at golden hour cinematic, I would write that. Or if I wanted colorful rainbow sparkles, okay, and I'm gonna write Lisa Frank history, just Lisa Frank here, and then history. I can then go to video. I can choose my model. It can either be Gen 4.5, which is recommended, or I can do Gen 3.8 Turbo. I can choose the aspect ratio. Right now it is in horizontal, so I would pick the horizontal, and I can do upscaled or regular, vertical or vertical upscaled. Okay. All right. Then we can go to our quality. It can be standard, high, or ultra. High is going to be the default setting, but I can also do ultra if I wanted to spend a little more credits to do that. Then we can change our text style. So you can change the color of your text. I'm gonna go with more of a pinkish hue. I can choose it to be italic. I can have a shadow on it, outline, or a glow. And then if I had a logo, I could add that here. Or a sound effect. I'm gonna do a subtle sparkle, okay? And it says it's gonna cost me 195 credits to generate this intro. I will generate it. It says it's gonna take 1 to 3 minutes. You can close this dialog and the video will appear in your library when it's done. All right, so I can exit out of there and we'll come back to this later. I can also choose from our Vorpix library. So I'm gonna come down here to closing clips. We can go to our Vorpix library and we can see that we have some thanks for watching. I can do this cute pink one. And at the end here, you can see it has been added. Next, we can come to music. Here, you can either upload your own. I do suggest that if you are posting it anywhere for it to be copyright free. But luckily for you, we do have an entire library of copyright free music. So I can search here, pop. I can listen to it. And then up the top here, you'll see that I can change the volume. So I can put it to 20% and listen. Little quiet. So I'm gonna move it up again to 30. And then I'm gonna put it to 35. Actually, let's do 40. 35 is good. All right, so I'm gonna keep that at 35. I have my music selected. Then we can come to captions. Captions are you can either enable them and have the font, style of word, color, outline, all of that, just selected. Or I can turn this off and not have captions. Okay. Then last but not least, we have our branding. Now this is for if you have a brand logo that you want to add. So I'm going to open this up. I do have one that's already in here from the past, but if I had wanted to upload one, I can. I'm going to click on the one that I want, scroll down here. It's going to ask you to show on which scenes, okay? If I want them on all main scenes, that means that it's going to be on the first image of each scene down here. You can see the first 3 are scene 1. The second 3 are scene 2. So this would be on the first image of each scene. I could also put it on the closing clip, or I can put it on a specific scene. That'll be all 3, so the whole scene, or specific images. Now I can look here. I think I want it to be on this third image that I'm on. You can see it popped up here in the right-hand corner. I can come here to branding and actually move this around or make it bigger. Okay, and then I can move this over here, maybe to the bottom left. I can make it really large. Or I can make it a little smaller and put it right here up in the corner and then apply. Now this is going to be in our video. It also put it on this first image. Okay, I can see I don't actually need it there because it has one already. So I can come back here, back down to branding, and I can turn it off of that first photo. Okay, next we can scroll down and you can see there's a QR code option. So if I wanted to add a QR code to the site for people to reference what I was showing, I can turn that on, and I have one that is already made. So I'm going to click on that just so I can show everybody. I'm going to put that one on the closing clip, and then also on a specific image. I want it to only be on the last image, so I'm going to select that and deselect this first one. All right, so now you can see if I go to that last image, there is a QR code in the bottom right corner. Again, if I click on branding, I can move that around and I can make it a little bit bigger. And then I can change it on my closing clip. So I can click on branding, move this one a little bit bigger, put her over here. I can click on the QR code and make that bigger, put that on the side, and push apply. And then now that we've done that, we can come back up here to our opening clip. And let's see if I refresh here. Our new one has been made. We can click on that. And I'm going to add this to the opening clip as well. Make that really big. And put that in the front. Apply. I can also, if I wanted to watch this, I can come up here to library, go to our opening and closing clip library, and I can watch that intro that I made. All right, I like it. So let's go back to the video, open timeline editor. And now that we have our intro, we have our outro, we have our branding in place, I can come within each picture and pick the movement I want. Okay, so for this image, I could have none. So I have none selected. The next one, maybe let's reposition it to the top here. Actually, we'll position it here towards the bottom. And maybe I wanted it to pan up. I want it to show the rest of the image. So I'm going to have the camera angle pan up. That means it's going to start at the bottom here and pan up on the image. And I can make that fast, slow, or medium, which is going to be the default. Next, we have this image. Maybe I want none. But I could also have it move up, down, or anything I want. So let's actually have this one. And burns. And then next, so I'm going to go through these a little quick. We'll speed this up, but I'm going to choose a different one for each. Again, I can come up here to reposition. I can change where that location is going to be. I can also, if I'm not really liking an image, maybe I want a different image for this. So I'm going to click on refetch. Okay, this means that I can either find a new photo from the internet. I'm going to refetch that image. I can choose one from my media vault that I have pre-uploaded, or I can buy something from the marketplace. I'm going to choose this cat. I can also open it up here to see, and we can look through all of the images that it has decided we can use. I'm going to click on, actually, I like this one. So we're going to use this image. I could have also, if I wanted to, let's refetch that one more time. If there were several images that I like, I can save them for later. So I can star this image, I can star this image, and this one. And those say now they are saved to internet images. So if I come up here to Media Vault, I can scroll down to internet images, and you can see that those images are there. They only save for 24 hours, but I would be able to use them if I wanted to in any other place. Okay. You can also add an image from your personal desktop. If you want to do that, you can upload from device, select from vault, select from AI images, or select from internet images. And this will add another image in your entire scene. If by some chance you can't find one on the internet, you can create an AI image, okay? You do have, depending on your package, so many free AI images and so many free refetches, okay? I am on the business account, so I have 3 AI images for free that I can generate, and I have 12 refetches. I've used 2, so I have 10 left. But if I wanted to create an AI image, I can use this this default description, or I can just go and create the image by myself. Okay, I could have changed it and made anything I wanted here, but we're just going to use the default. It's going to create, and we will see what it creates down here. I can open this up and look at it. I can use this, or I can't. I can just say, you know what, I don't actually want to use that, so I'm just going to exit it out. Let's reposition this Morphe palette here. I will show that one more time. Maybe I want to use one of those images that I had just saved. Okay, I'm going to go to the media vault. We're going to go down to internet images. And I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'll click on that. Actually, I really like this image. All right, we're going to pan up. All right, now that I have gone through all of those, I like everything I've chosen. You can see at the top here, it's showing that I have my voice selected, my script, my transitions, my animations. The only thing I don't have is captions, but I have turned those off. I can now come up here to create video. It is going to say that it is generating down here on the bottom. And this will take about, right here, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. I can leave this page and we can come up here to the video gallery. This is going to be where we can see all the videos we've made. Again, we can go to the media vault. We can go to our branding library. This is where we actually generate our QR code. So if I wanted to generate a QR code, I would click on that. I could make a URL, a text, email, phone, or Wi-Fi. So I can put in our URL here, generate the QR code, come down. You can see this is the top one. Click on that and name this one Lisa Frank 2, because I do have one already. I can also drop a file in here. I can click on that file, open it. Now it does say that is an unsupported file type. It does have to be a JPEG, a PNG, a WebP, GIF, or SVG. So, okay. All right. So now we have a file in here. I can either view it, I can edit the name, or I can delete it. You can see all the different ones that I have. Our next library is going to be, like we saw before, opening and closing clip library. This is where I can watch all of my opening clips that were created. Okay. I can also download these that I have made. All right. Then we can go to our trending hooks library. This is in case you were not sure what to make. You can come down here and see any category and actually look at some trending hooks that are currently trending as of now. And come here to entertainment. We can read some of these. Food, gaming, finance. And then, last but not least, we can come down here to audio library. This is going to be where you can see all of the files that we have in the Vorpix library. You can also add your own audios here as well. And you can come in here and listen to them. Next, we have our socials. Right now, we can post directly to X. You can come up here and connect your X account. You can post directly to X by pushing this button. You can upload from your PC. You can go from your projects that you've already made. And you can post a tweet straight from Vorpix. We will soon be adding also YouTube and TikTok as well. Those are coming soon. And you can see I have a tweet before, okay? And we have our FAQs. This is going to be any questions that you have and need answers to. We have an entire list of those. We have user guides. So if you ever forget how to do something in Vorpix, you can come here, and on the left-hand side, you can see all of the different, changing your title, creating a thumbnail, starting a video, all of those. And then we have our pricing page. This is where you can see which package you have. I am subscribed to business, but we also do have lifetime plans as well. So you can pay one time, $169 one time, and you can have the basic lifetime plan for the rest of your life. Premium lifetime, business lifetime. Again, each one of these packages are going to have different amazing features that you can use, but you guys can read that on your own. I'm going to come back here to video library, and we can watch the video that we just made.
See how Lisa Frank's unique style won over fans and made her artwork a staple of 90s pop culture. In the late 70s and 80s, Lisa Frank founded her namesake company, bringing Technicolor magic to children's products everywhere. From Trapper Keepers to sticker sets, Lisa Frank's vibrant products became status symbols in every school. Her brand's rainbow leopards, dolphins, and unicorns were instantly recognizable. The artistry behind Lisa Frank's work was defined by neon hues and magical animal characters. Each folder, sticker, and binder was a canvas of childhood fantasy. Children in the 90s reveled in the sheer joy of Lisa Frank supplies. School days were brighter, backpacks bolder, and creativity was everywhere. Lisa Frank's legacy lives on, finding new fans through brand collaborations and a wave of 90s nostalgia. Her world remains a symbol of joy, color, and imagination.
All right, so have fun creating with Vorpix, and I can't wait to see what you create. Thank you so much for watching.